WWE Friday Night Smackdown on the USA Network was a big show. It featured an incredible face-to-face meeting with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, a teased heel turn from Kevin Owens, and stars fighting to become the #1 contender. On top of all of that, the show also had a high opener. LA Knight put his coveted United States Championship on the line against Andrade. Outside of a slip-up near the end, the pair had a fantastic match that rocked the house. In the end, it was LA Knight who won the bout thanks to a BFT. The two stars shook hands afterward. But now, LA Knight is on the hunt for another opponent following his third successful title defense. With Andrade, Santos Escobar, and Ludwig Kaiser all seemingly behind the megastar, who is next? Not only who could challenge Knight, but who might be the one to dethrone him? This article will take a look at 4 performers who may be able to pull it off. Solo Sikoa is the leader of the Bloodline. Not only has he overtaken the WWE stable, but he has kicked out Jimmy Uso and Paul Heyman in favor of Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. Now, the 4-man group is a destructive force. The tribal chief has his hands full right now. Not only has he tried and failed to win the undisputed WWE Championship on 2 separate occasions, but the leader of the new Bloodline is also battling Roman Reigns. Still, Solo Sikoa clearly has a thirst for gold, so shifting his focus to LA Knight may be a wise idea. Defeating Cody proved to be too much for Sikoa, but the megastar could be overwhelmed by Sikoa's power and the rest of the Bloodline having his back. Apollo Crews has long been one of WWE's most underutilized performers. While he had brief pushes under Vince McMahon, it was never consistent. That was the story for the start of the Triple H era too, but his direction has changed recently. Not only is Crews on WWE television almost every week, but he has actually picked up a few wins recently. The former champion has defeated Giovanni Vinci in back-to-back weeks, with one win being one of the fastest in SmackDown history. Crews' momentum could lead the former NXT star to a United States Championship match. The former champion defeating Knight for the gold would be considered a major upset, but it would help his career considerably and finally elevate the 37-year-old into a solid spot on the card. Kevin Owens has had a lot of success in WWE. He has held mid-card titles, the NXT Championship, Tag Team Gold, and the Universal title. The prizefighter has also headlined WrestleMania on 2 separate occasions. Owens has recently been teasing a heel turn with Cody Rhodes. The two had a storyline heading into Batch in Berlin, where KO ultimately chose not to betray his friend. Now that Rhodes has agreed to work with Roman Reigns, however, a villainous turn in WWE could be in the cards for the prizefighter. If Kevin is turning heel, it could make sense for him to chase another champion, LA Knight. He has already failed in defeating the American Nightmare, so he could instead chase the megastar's gold. AJ Styles is one of the most successful stars internationally in the modern era. He found great success in New Japan Pro Wrestling, while also being a major name in the United States. Styles is also a former WWE champion. The Phenomenal One is no stranger to LA Knight. The two had a heated feud, heading into WWE WrestleMania 40, where Knight ultimately defeated Styles. They later had a rematch on SmackDown, and Styles was the one who stood tall that time. It only makes sense for the two to have one more match, this time with the United States title on the line. Styles returning and winning the belt while he's putting in some of the best work in his career would be a smart move, and he could also elevate others in the process. In professional wrestling, timing is everything. The landscape can change in the blink of an eye, and when it comes to WWE, a title can switch hands unexpectedly, leaving fans stunned. LA Knight, one of the fastest rising superstars in the WWE, has solidified himself as a dominant force with his United States Championship reign. However, every reign eventually comes to an end. If there's one superstar who seems primed to take that title from Knight, it's Solo Sikoa, the younger brother of Roman Reigns and a powerhouse in his own right. Solo's impending heel turn and rise to dominance could spell the end of LA Knight's championship days. LA Knight, who has captured the hearts of fans with his sharp promos and charisma, rose quickly through the ranks after years of experience on the indie circuit and in NXT. His rise in WWE was meteoric, and his win of the United States Championship felt like the culmination of all his hard work. Fans love his old-school feel, cutting promos that harken back to legendary talkers like the Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, with a modern twist. Knight's ability to connect with the audience has been one of his greatest strengths. However, his reign as the United States champion has started to stagnate. WWE storylines need fresh twists to maintain fan interest, and the winds of change seem to be blowing in the direction of Solo Sikoa. If WWE Creative wants to keep things exciting, a massive feud between LA Knight and Solo could be just what the doctor ordered. Solo Sikoa, the enforcer of the Bloodline and younger brother of Jimmy and Jey Uso, has quickly risen as a silent yet deadly force on WWE programming. With his intimidating presence, ruthless in-ring style, and association with Roman Reigns, Solo has become one of the most dangerous superstars on the roster. While he's primarily been a supporting character in the Bloodline saga, many fans believe it's time for him to step out of his family's shadow and make his mark as a singles competitor. A heel turn that sees Solo break away from the Bloodline and pursue his own championship ambitions could be exactly what both the character and the WWE need. A feud with LA Knight, the current fan favorite, could immediately propel Solo into the main event picture. WWE has a history of pushing family rivalries, and Solo's aggressive nature combined with Knight's popularity makes for an explosive matchup. WWE loves a good storyline, especially when it involves betrayals and shocking heel turns. Solo Sikoa turning on the Bloodline, or simply taking a more aggressive villainous approach, could be a major moment that not only defines his career but shakes the WWE landscape. The seeds for a Solo Sikoa heel turn could be planted over time, with small incidents leading to a final explosive moment. For example, Solo could become increasingly frustrated with his role as Reigns' enforcer, growing resentful that he isn't given opportunities to showcase his talent in the singles division. Meanwhile, LA Knight could continue his winning ways, boasting about his dominance and inviting challengers. Solo, fed up with playing second fiddle, could lay down the challenge for the United States Championship. The turn could happen during a high-stakes match for the title, where Solo, desperate to win, resorts to dirty tactics. A low blow, a chair shot, or interference from another heel character could spell the end for LA Knight's reign and the beginning of Solo's era of dominance. This would not only make Solo a top heel, but also position him as a force to be reckoned with in the WWE. If LA Knight is destined to lose his United States Championship, Solo Sikoa may not be the only possible successor. The WWE roster is stacked with talented superstars who are ready to step into the limelight. Below are 4 WWE stars who could also be in line to become the next United States champion. Austin Theory has already had a taste of what it means to hold the United States Championship, and he's shown that he can excel as a champion. As one of the youngest and most athletically gifted superstars on the WWE roster, Theory has all the tools to become a long-term main eventer. Theory's cocky persona makes him a natural heel, and WWE could easily reinsert him into the US title picture. He's shown that he's capable of hanging with top-tier talent and has an uncanny ability to draw heat from the audience. A Theory versus Knight or Theory versus Solo Sikoa feud for the United States Championship could be compelling, with Theory using underhanded tactics to regain his title. Johnny Gargano is one of the most beloved superstars in WWE's modern era, known for his heart, technical prowess, and never-give-up attitude. Gargano could easily be positioned as a top babyface contender for the United States Championship. With his incredible in-ring ability and the backing of the fans, he's a natural fit for a title run.